all universes is philosophical.
Okay,
It's created by you.
understood.
It's created by us.
Well, I guess the one last question, and I promise this is the very last one that I could ask, and is that everyone, they're always asking about time, but uh, in these next 2 years, 2016, 2017, what do you see? Oh, okay, here we go. I'm sorry. I won't ask that question, but I have another question, and it'll sort of tie in. I did a session recently with a gentleman, and a few of the people that I've done sessions with are having visions of the future, where they're saying like they're meditating, and all of a sudden they're saying they're in 2020, and there's no more wars on the planet, and that there's all kinds of incredible technology that is being displayed, places where they can go in literally in the mall and have their vibrations raised, and uh, why could you add anything to that?
We are not so happy to put a timeline on things, but
I
we
understand.
know that for every month going forward in every development, but it all have to come from your inside. You can't go into a shop and buy something to raise your vibration. It's only you that can do that.
So what do you
Through your connection with everything, when you accept that you are a part of everything, when you respect, when you treat everything with respect, the veil will be taken away from you, so to speak, and you will be aware of what's going on. The future is always what we do with it. It's not happening by itself. It has already happened, and it's happened right now, and it has happened before.
so, so when I mean when so when you say something like that, and you've always said the exact same thing. You've never wavered, uh, and I understand that. But how is it? We're here to do work, and we have a mission, so to speak. If we're here to do, we had a particular reason why we chose to come here, and that we're here to help, and that's why Lars and I are here, and he's receiving information about technology with free energy and that type of thing, and. Uh, I guess with me, I guess what I'm supposed to be doing is what I'm doing now, uh, helping other people wake up to the bigger picture of who they are and their connection to source through positive, loving messages, and doing sessions and that type of thing. And I mean, I figured if we're here to do that at this particular time while we're on this planet, there's a reason. That's why Lars asked, why would he first he asked why was he chosen, and why now? Why are we here to do this now? So if we're here to do this particular mission now, and you foresee us living over hundreds of years, or at least 100 years plus, in our physical bodies, which means there has to be some pretty radical changes going on the planet, uh, here in this linear expression of ourselves. Then does that make sense?
Yeah, in a way, when we think about how you think about time.
And that's important because I'm not the only one.
No, but you have to be aware of whatever expression your soul take, if it's in a human body or in a state without a body or another frequency, you are still you. But you are here now, starting up this work that is so important that it's starting now and it's going on for a while. And if you stop thinking about the future and think about what you're concentrating on now, that would benefit you much more. But we know that are goal orientated, but that is also making you do some work much slower because you sometimes feel this hopeless feeling of, oh, we're never going to get there, or what is going to happen next. And you just have to be very patient and
Well, we
be assured of that everything is in your best interest.
well, we're not stopped working or anything like that, but
No,
uh,
that
we're
was
not.
not what we told. We
Yes.
say that it can slow you down when you think too much into the future, not stop your working.
Well,
It
that's
takes
understood,
longer
but
time.
as much love. I mean, I think I've been doing. I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I do a lot of things which I'm sure you're familiar with. That I would most people probably think I was really crazy. Doing some of the what the energy work and the type of things that I'm doing.
We are not just talking about you.
Well,
We,
yeah,
we're, we're talking in general speak.
and I understand that as well. But even I don't watch the news. I try not to focus on the negative or anything like that or whatever. But
We are aware of that. That's what we say you're doing a great job, Hank. But there
but
are so many out there thinking about the future, so they don't have time to be here and now. And it's so much important for them to be here and now and aware of what they sending out in feelings, in speak, in writing. And if you are thinking about the future, you're not you're not able to be here now. And that's very important for so many of you. We're not specifically talking about you, Hank.
no, I understand. I understand. And I do. I mean, in the moment right now, as I'm thinking about this, I'm just thinking, you know what? I'm not doing a lot of different particular things. And when I don't do those things, time seems to really fly by really so much more faster. Because right now we're in April of 2016. And I mean, it just seemed like it was yesterday that it was the first. And so I,
Yes. When you are on the right path and when you are in the going in the right direction, you see the timeline stop to exist. And you can perceive it as, wow, the time goes fast. But it's just because there is no time.
yes.
So when you are on the right path, you will not perceive the timeline in the same way.
Very good. It's really starting to make much more sense to me. I'm so happy we're doing this again. That's all I can say. I'm very happy we're doing this again. And I know it seemed like it was just a blink. It didn't seem like it was a long time. I know for others, it's probably like, I wonder, when are they going to do it again? And when, people have been a little anxious. I can feel them wondering because we've been doing so many sessions and, so many people are almost relying on, or not so much relying, but really looking forward to these sessions. And,
And maybe that's a good thing because they have time to think for themselves and not just feed from the outside.
yes, there we go. Very good. I don't believe in any accidents or mistakes. So even the time that we weren't communicating, um, no matter how it may have seemed, it was still a good thing. So
Sure,
that's the way I'm coloring it. So
it was meant to be.
very good. Very good. All right. I'm out. I'm not gonna ask anything else. I just once
Are you
again I just
sure you did not have just one more question, Isabella said?
Oh, I just want her to tell me whatever I left the school and uh, you know, I when you're physically manifested, she knows this. The bills, you have bills, and I have responsibilities, and it's always just bills. That's what it is. It's bills. And when you live in the United States of America or anywhere on the United States or anywhere on the planet, everything costs. So you have to pay bills. And I took the leap again. I left the school, and I think I had a huge confirmation because I made and money, a lot of money to pay all the bills that I have. I just want to thank her if she's helping me, keeping me busy, keeping me where I can afford to do what I'm doing here. And still, I'm trying to, I only like to do what I love to do. And I've always, in my whole life, only done what I like to do. And at one point, when I started working for someone else again, you get sort of almost tied back into the system, like, oh my god, I can't quit this job, because if I quit this job, then that money won't be guaranteed and will other money come to me. So
That is fair talking.
it is fear talking, but I don't work there anymore, and all of my bills are being paid. And hopefully, I know she's helping me, and Augustine is helping me. And
They're smiling at you, and she said, I love to pull your leg because you're concentrating so much better then.
uh, yes, I feel like I'm concentrating much better. I'm so much more clear.
Yes,
Uh, is it is it because I'm not smoking marijuana anymore?
we think that is a positive thing.
Okay, because I sure would like to have one though. Why was it always so easy for it to come to me? Because I loved it so much? Oh, see, there's another
Because
question.
you were wishing for it to come your way.
Oh, okay. It doesn't hurt me too bad, and if I do it every now and then, right? Well, obviously not.
Of
I'm
course
still
not.
okay. Oh,
Everything you do with the right intention has no possibility to hurt you. But
okay.
if you do anything with excess, drinking, smoking, whatever you do, that is harmful for your body and your physical being.
I know some of the things that I thought were so important to me before have no weight anymore whatsoever, which I find very, very interesting. And I'm getting used to it. And I know I'm very, very clear these days. And I just wanted to say, which they already know, that if they, as long as they keep helping me I'm asking for help. I desire help to keep me with clients and to keep me allowing me to do what I'm doing to pay
And
my.
it's why it's happening because your desire is to do this and be able to make a living of it, then it's presenting for you because you're just doing it with the right attention.
Oh, perfect.
So they are there supporting you in every way they can.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I knew that, and it's so great to hear. You know how I love to hear it, and I do love to hear it, and I confess, and I don't care what anyone thinks or says about it. It makes me feel good. It gives me a sense of uh, what's the word? It gives me uh, confidence. It gives me confidence because with this planet, sometimes it's not easy to ignore the system, so to speak. So,
We are aware that it can be a lot of struggle for you, but it's going to be better for you in what you say the future.
okay. It's more in my mind than, but I'm doing it though, so I'm sort of almost going against the grain in a sense, but not so much going against the grain. I think I'm now going with the flow. Let's just put it that way. I think you understand what I meant. Okay, so I'll hush now,
When
and
every time you do something out of love, when you do something that makes you happy, then you are on the right path. When you're struggling and it feels like you're going uphill all the time, then you're on the wrong path. You have to stop and ask yourself, is this what brings me happiness? Is this what I really need to do? And if you listen to yourself, you have the answer. Just turn inside yourself. Sometimes there's so much help to get there. You can do it in meditation, you can do it in these kind of sessions, and that's why you are able to do this in a more frequent way because you do it with right intention and with love.
oh, thank you. And I'm see That's almost like a commercial. And I appreciate that tremendously. Okay, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will keep it up and we'll be.
What's going on. The future is always what we do with it. It's not happening by itself. It has already happened and it's happened right now. And it has happened before.
So, so when you say something like that, and you've always said the exact same thing. You've never wavered, uh, and I understand that. But how is it? We're here to do work, and we have a.
From your inside, you can't go into a shop and buy something to raise your vibration. It's only you that can do that.
So what do you?
Through your connection with everything, when you accept that you are a part of everything, when you respect, when you treat everything with respect, the veil will be taken away from you, so to speak, and you will be aware of.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm sorry. I won't ask that question, but I have another question, and it'll sort of tie in. I did a session recently with a gentleman, and a few of the people that I've done sessions with are having visions of the future, where they're saying like they're meditating, and all of a sudden they're saying they're in 2020, and there's no more wars on the planet, and that there's all kinds of incredible technology that is being displayed, places where they can go in literally in the mall and have their vibrations raised and why could you add anything to that?
We are not so happy to put a timeline on things, but
I
we
understand.
know that for every month going forward in every development, but it all have to come from all universes is philosophical.
Okay,
It's created by you.
understood.
It's created by us.
Well, I guess the one last question, and I promise this is the very last one that I could ask, and is that everyone, they're always asking about time, but uh, in these next 2 years, 2016, 2017, what do you see? I've had